Monday Night Raw Hot Takes, let's go! But first, if you're looking to get me a Christmas gift, I wear a size 10 pounds of bacon. All right, we got Babs is here, Gunther, the ring troller, and Longneck says, well, Gunther is a wasted character. All right, boys, all right, girls, let me know in those comments below. What do you think? What do you think of what's happening with Gunther right now? Here we got Gunther, the ring general, a career killer, a dude who tapped out a dude who said, I'll never tap out. He said that for about 20 years, and Gunther did it. He did the impossible, made John Cena tap. Now, here's the deal. I was not a proponent of John Cena tapping, didn't mind him losing, didn't want him to tap, and this is why, because I was afraid they were gonna waste Gunther. I did like Gunther last week as the ring troller, going out there and taking the boos in, becoming more powerful, feeding off the chorus of boos from the crowd. However, when he did it again this week, I started having flashbacks, bad flashbacks of when the New Day, when they did it to Big E. When they crushed Big E's soul on the 10th year anniversary of the New Day, and they kicked Big E to the curb, you got a broken neck, so what? And then the next week, everyone booed him. I thought it was great. And then the next week, everyone booed him. I still thought it was great. And then the next week, the boos were starting to go down, but they kept trying to get the boos there, and they kept trying to troll the audience to make them boo, and they just try to milk it for about 2 months, and honestly, it killed all New Day momentum, and I'm afraid now, based on that, Gunther is the same thing. The same exact scenario is playing out here. The same exact scenario. I'm sorry, but if we are going to tap out John Cena, then you gotta have something big, some big follow-up. Are we literally just gonna have Gunther go out there and then a bunch of people just look at him bad? They did this last year. Literally this time last year, they were doing this exact same storyline, but it was the New Day instead of Gunther. And this is not good. I do not want to have to wait until the Royal Rumble or WrestleMania for them to start the actual process of a storyline, because that's how long it took for the New Day to have anything to do after they kicked out Big E. It was around WrestleMania that they finally got a program with the War Raiders, who that they did win the titles, but it was too late. There's a thing called momentum. Gunther should have had someone to destroy tonight. Those boos, that heat, it was fine for week 1, but not week 2, because we have the evidence. We have the evidence of the New Day. We have the evidence of the New Day that if you wait too long to strike while the iron is hot, then boom, all momentum is gone. I do not like this. I'm glad Gunther's having a good time. He is trolling the crowd, but holy cow, man. This is a once in a lifetime. You tapped out John Cena. He needs to be on a tear right now. I don't think it's over. I don't think it's trash just yet. We can course correct. We're not too far off course, but the problem is, if we just wait for hindsight, then it is going to be too late. It is going to be too late. If we just go, let's let Papa H cook. No. If 2025 taught me anything, is Papa H, he doesn't know how to cook chicken. He just doesn't know how to cook chicken. He's maybe he's afraid that it's going to be raw, so he overcooks the chicken. No, that's Papa H. He's always overcooking the chicken. And it's come on, man. We need to move these stories along. Momentum is a thing. Gunther has all of it in the world right now. Next week, Gunther has to pretty much lay out his plan. Have him lay it out. Say, literally call out every superstar that is about to retire in the next 5 years and say, I'm going to be the guy. You got R-Truth, you got AJ Styles, you got Randy Orton, you got Chris Jericho. There's so many people that could retire. Sheamus could retire. There's just many people that like have Gunther call them all out and say, I'm coming for you. I am legit coming for you. And that'll get boos. But if we just have Gunther come out every single week like the New Day did, then it's going to be, look at where the New Day is right now. That legit was one of the best heel turns of all time, and boom. This tapping out of John Cena is legit one of the most dastardly things a villain could do of all time. But if we don't follow it up with actual story, then it's going to be horrible. And don't tell me, just wait and see. I waited to see where we were going with John Cena's heel turn, and it went to, oh, gee, guys, I don't want to ruin wrestling. I love wrestling, okay? So, like, I have historical evidence of my position and why I'm afraid that they are just repeating history. So, it's like, please, Triple H, for the love of God, do something with Gunther next week. Have him in a match too. He needs to lay it out, have a match, and just like, he needs to bloody some people up, man. He needs to be more, making more people tap out. We need this like top heel threat overlooming the WWE. That tap out is more valuable than a championship. Make it mean something. And speaking of championships, I'm giving away this belt at 20,000 subscribers. I haven't forgotten about that contest. 20,000 subscribers, I'm going to give this away. I produce daily video content, and I even have a Patreon, so please help me out, and you can win this belt. All you got to do is comment, subscribe, and hit that bell. Ding, ding, ding. Notification. All right, let's go to Jimbo Slice says, I know Hunter sucks, but let's not pretend like if Vince was in charge, there's about a 70% chance he'd have Gunther dressed as the Grinch tonight. Y'all mean one, Mr. Vince. Okay, so yes, Hunter's not doing a great job. 2025, not a great job for Hunter Hearst Helmsley. But I will say this. At the end, Vince was a little off his rocker. But the one thing Vince had going for him is he could still make memorable TV. Now, I'm not saying that memorable TV was good TV, but it was memorable. There's something to be said about good and bad TV over boring TV. I think Triple H, like, if it's not great TV with Triple H, then it's boring TV. And boring TV is forgettable. I will never get that horrible storyline of Lana, Rusev, and Bobby Lashley out of my head. It lives rent-free in my head. I wish I could get rid of it. But at the end of the day, Vince McMahon created something that I still talk about to this day. I am not going to really talk about a lot of Triple H's stories that just like, hey guys, remember that one time that A-Town Down Under, they teased a split for 18 months and then they did nothing with it, and when Austin Theory got injured, it was just a tweet that Grayson Waller did, and then that was it? That was the whole storyline? Wasn't that amazing? See, I won't ever really think about a lot of Triple H's stories when it's all said and done. Now, you can be the judge if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but there is something to be said about really bad TV still being entertaining in a very morbid kind of way, kind of like looking at a car crash. That was like a lot of Vince McMahon's storylines towards the end. It was like, oh my God, this is horrible. I can't look away. I want to look away, but are we really doing this? And Triple H's storylines is this. What does Twitter have to say? You know what I'm saying? So, like, yes, Vince McMahon, he definitely had his problematic storylines, but at least I remember them. Charles Yancey says, Javon Winning and Maxine Dupree putting Becky in her place was the highlight of the night for me. Javon, he did a great job. I wish he would have won 4 minutes sooner. I think the match went a little too long. Now, if Javon had fought someone like Grande Americano, that would have been an okay length of a match, but you were fighting one of Grande's underlings. Therefore, I feel Javon should have won just a little quicker, but still great match. Now, Becky and Maxine, though. Love Becky Lynch. She's the best in the world, and that's not just me saying it. That's Sports Illustrated. But Maxine Dupree is doing a phenomenal job. She came out and cut a babyface promo. Babyface promos are very, very difficult. She's a natural at them. She has the crowd support behind her. I really do think that it's like, let's keep her going, her training in the ring, and just keep pushing her. I do not want to see her fade into the background once this program with Becky is over. No way. Maxine did a phenomenal job on the microphone. I'm more of a character person than I am an in-ring work person, and I love Maxine Dupree on that microphone. Let's get more of that. And Becky Lynch, also more of her. Her character right now is Chef's Kiss. Mwah! Then we got Donatello Leonardo with, I thought Austin Theory looked really good. He's got the right body language in the ring to match his character. He's not an arrogant heel anymore. He's angry and focused. And then, let's focus on that for a second. I see what you're saying, but I'm not. I need more character. I do need more character. Jury's still out for me on this version of Austin Theory. Don't get me wrong, he's doing more than he was doing in A-Town Down Under, but I missed Selfie. I missed Selfie Austin Theory, to tell you the truth. But let's see where we go with this. I'm waiting. His in-ring work is good, but just like I said about Maxine, I'm more of a character-driven person. But then we got, also, it's hilarious to me that WWE wanted LA Knight and Jey Uso gone from the main roster so bad that Rey Mysterio is now our top babyface behind CM Punk. I mean, no shade to Rey Mysterio, but yeah. The main event scene across the board is pretty barren if you think about it. Look at Smackdown. It's just Cody. It's just Drew. Who else? I mean, Randy Orton, when they actually let him like appear on TV. Who do we got now on Monday Night Raw? Give me the baby faces that are in the main event on Monday Night Raw. CM Punk. That's it. Like, hey, you know what? Ray's been a main eventer, but like seriously, nobody. If we put Braun Breaker in a match with Rey Mysterio for a world title at Royal Rumble, like not one person's gonna think that Ray's gonna win, and then Ray would proceed to not win. We should have be building up LA Knight right now. I know he's gonna get a return pop at the Rumble, but newsflash, he's the most over babyface pretty much. He would have got that pop regardless. JC, I enjoyed everything about this Raw except Gunther and the last match. Greasy says, yet again, missed nothing. Unfortunately, I have to agree with you. I mean, there was a couple good things, but not worth watching Raw last night. It was an hour and a half, so that was nice because it was pre-taped, so it just like blew through everything, and that was literally the best part of last night. It was so short. I only gave it a 4 out of 10 because it was very unmemorable. It was very just, here you go. I mean, like I said, Maxine Dupree was great. Becky Lynch was great. I think there was something else that I liked, but I can't really remember it at this point because it was just like lost in just mediocrity. This Raw was just, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't good. Rania Design says, I thought that segment with Becky and Maxine was really good. Maxine has come a long way. You can tell her confidence has grown. That was an exciting face promo. Yes, she has come a long way, but let's also give credit where credit's due. She's against Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch has a way of pulling the best out of people, and I am very happy that Becky Lynch decided to stay in the mid-card and help elevate talent. Lyra Valkyria, she was floundering until she got with Becky. Maxine Dupree, look at her now. Like, awesome stuff to Maxine. Not taking anything away from Maxine, but I'm also praising Becky here. Rania also says, and I always love Javon. He's just fun to watch. Yes, Javon, I think he's going to be like, He's definitely the guy to look out for in the next, like, whew. I mean, think about it. He's only 21. He's going to be a 10-year veteran and only 31. That's insane. Raquel's face tease is an interesting story, and I think she would be a good face. I'm a little worried about a face turn from Raquel. I think they should have went with a Liv Morgan face turn because it's way easier to be a heel than a face, but I'm open to the whole situation. Let's see how Raquel does. Joshua Brooks says, trash! Tiz Mickey says, honestly, Austin Theory is so hot. Honestly, Austin Theory is so hot that I'll ignore that his debut as part of the Vision wasn't the best. I'll give him next week to improve. LOL. All right, so all you wrestlers out there, you either need to be hot or good. One of the two for Tiz Mickey. We got Mike Hoax Big. Honestly, this was a welcome change of pace for Raw. Okay, hey, someone that liked Raw. Cool. I love different opinions on this channel. For once, on any brand, they didn't open with 20 minutes of talking and instead got right into the action. Yes, they did, right? With Asuka and Rhea. Only complaint is that it ended the same way last several Raws ended, with the Vision standing tall and beating up the good guys. That's actually like how it's ended since, like, I think the night after WrestleMania, to be honest with you. So, okay, but you liked it. Here's somebody who liked it, and it did have a little bit of a different format. Sometimes you do just a little tweak here, a little tweak there, does make it better. My main problem was, like, we didn't really advance any story beats, and we repeated the two biggest segments of this week were literally the two biggest segments of last week. Gunther trolling the audience and getting boos. We literally did the same exact thing. And then Punk being distracted by Austin Theory to then turn around to a spear. Literally did that last week as well. So that's what got me in the 4 out of 10 chop zone. Okay, I do not know how to pronounce this name. Akehegeeueibek. I know Gunther is hated for tapping out Mr. Never Seen 17, but if he keeps coming out every week with or without a promo, doing nothing but you can't see me without any matches, I'm going to lose interest in him quickly. Exactly my fear as well. Austin D-Man. Theory coming out and not having his own finisher was just meh. Yeah, you're not wrong. Why not give him something new? Why does he have to just get a hand-me-down from Seth Rollins? Even if he's like a mole and Seth Rollins is really pulling the strings of Austin Theory, like, why not give him a finisher that he could call his own? He needs his own move if we're going to try to make him his own man. Goat Buggy says, I fear that Braun Breaker will lose on January 5th, Raw, and then win the Rumble, and then beat Punk at WrestleMania, like Jay did. Yeah, you know what? Oh, God, that's a valid concern. Last year, Jey Uso literally lost the week before Royal Rumble to Gunther, just so Jey could win and get a rematch with Gunther at WrestleMania. So your fear here is that, yeah, Braun Breaker's going to win, but he has to lose before he wins. That sucks. I hate that 50-50 booking. Let's just make Braun Breaker look strong. Have him, like, mow through CM Punk. Fonzo Passion says, did you notice the promo of the Usos? Jimmy was in the light and Jay was in the dark side. I don't know, maybe just a stretch, but on the real, they're becoming less interesting. I did not notice that. Good observation. Cater Pie 911 says, I love how the overhyped jobber Becky crapped all over Lacey Evans and now has to tap to that model girl. Doesn't sound like you like Becky Lynch, so I will read your opinion, but I definitely don't agree with it. I mean, I love that she is tapping to Maxine Dupree because it's elevating Maxine Dupree, but, like, I don't think Becky's overhyped at all. I think she's, like, even though Sports Illustrated says it, I say it too. Becky, to me, is, like, one of, if not the best. But you know what? You don't like her? That's fine. You're free to have your own opinion, my friend. FMJ says, I knew the Raw was mid when I remembered to check Twitter at 6:50 and saw nobody talking about it. That's an interesting way to know if it's good or not. And, well, when it was all said and done, I thought it was not good. Goat Bucky says, I really wish you would make videos on AEW again because honestly, AEW is better than WWE now. I'll tell you what, if I get 30 people to comment that saying that they want an AEW video, I will make an AEW video for this channel, the main channel, but it has to be 30 people on this right here, and you can't make 2 accounts. Roger Murray says, number 1, Gunther gonna kill CM Punk. Does this emoji end nerds' fantasies? Well, I hate to break this to you, Roger, but you might be a nerd, because I'm a nerd. I'm definitely a nerd, and I want Gunther to beat CM Punk too. So that means you might need to look in the mirror. You might be a nerd with me, but hey, don't worry. You're in good company. Come over to the nerd side, dude. Quit fighting it. You're a nerd, I'm a nerd. Let's hang out. Let's talk about Gunther. Let's talk about how awesome Gunther is. Gunther! All right? Ghostly Raz Grills. Honestly, Theory looked good in this episode. Only time will tell if he really wants to be in the Vision or is infiltrating them for Rollins. Either way, he was deserving of a push before he last got injured. I think they should have went babyface. I remember he was getting babyface cheers from the crowd. I think they should have brought him back as a babyface, or he should have just split up from Grayson Waller as a babyface. And you're right, he did look good, but he did not sound good. I need to hear him on that microphone. You can look as good as you want, but you gotta sound good too. People are like understating the importance of being good on that microphone. I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying in general. A lot of people are like, oh wow, he looked really good in the ring. No ring rust, no this, no that. But he still doesn't seem very comfortable talking out loud. Like, I need him to get comfortable with his own voice. Cole Ez says Triple H's booking doesn't have flavor. Vince's booking was bad, and wrestling fans would rather complain about a bad segment than indifferent about an okay segment. Holy crap! That's literally what I was talking about earlier. Cole Ez, like, we are 100, we're not just on the same page, we're on the same paragraph, my friend. WTF Patch says, how many times have I seen Rox and Bayley in 2025? I don't know, but I'm pretty sure the number is higher than 7. If you are correct, that's insane to me. Like, I don't remember one time. So if they've literally fought 3 times, then I have legit forgotten about it because it's such a standard affair. I barely remember last night even. Devin Ford says, I could not stay awake, Chop. I'm not even joking. I cannot believe how dead this episode felt. I know for a fact I would have been on my phone and had it in the background if it wasn't for the fact that I'm trying to make a living out of this. But like, yeah, if I was just a standard viewer, I probably would have fallen asleep too. Kid Wilkes says, I'm fairly confident Raquel Rodriguez said she wanted to defeat Stephanie Fakir on her own, and this week she's complaining about why Liv and Roxanne didn't go and help her. You are right. You are right. That actually happened, and that kind of makes Raquel look stupid. If we're trying to make her into a babyface, you can't make her look stupid like that. And if we're not trying to make her into a babyface, then why wouldn't she want the help from the get-go? So you're right. Liv did actually even say something along the lines of, we were just doing what you said. So weird. Killer Wolf says, I like that Javon is getting good screen time and main roster, but I don't like that they never gave a proper reason for Austin Theory helping the Vision. Actually, they did give a reason. You might have missed it. In the beginning, Austin Theory and Paul Heyman, they crossed paths, and Austin Theory basically said, I made some mistakes. I saw you guys are just taking what you want, so I'm just going to take what I want and move forward. So, I mean, it wasn't like the greatest thing, but it was a thing. And it happened right in the beginning. If you missed it, if you blinked and you missed it, it's when everybody's walking in. Cut to like the first like 2 or 3 minutes when the Vision walk in. That's when it happens. Anthony Blakely, Theory hasn't lost a step. Glad to see he is back and healthy. I'm interested in what they do with the Punk Gunther stare down. He hasn't lost a step, but I need him to be more comfortable on the mic. Punk and Gunther stare down. I hope it leads to something. Honestly, but if I recall, Gunther stared down Seth Rollins like 2 years ago and was like, I'm coming for your belt. Nothing happened there. Punk and Cody, they've had 2 Rumbles in a row where they were eye to eye with each other. And while, yes, one time they were the last 2 in the Rumble, we've since done really nothing there. Jacob Fatu and Braun Breaker, they eyeballed each other. Jey Uso and Jacob Fatu, they eyeballed each other. Nothing's happened there. And let's see. Actually, even Roman and Jacob fought too. I mean, they did meet in a War Games matchup, but they never had their one-on-one. So yeah. I mean, how long has Randy been kind of eyeballing Cody Rhodes' title? You know, so I hope they do something with Punk Gunther, but don't get your hopes up. John Cena fan says trash. Carmichael says Raw was an instant classic. We got Cole and Corey, quite possibly the best duo. I really do like Corey Graves and Michael Cole. But you're in luck. Those two are coming to Raw. But Joe Tess and Wade Barrett, they're going to SmackDown. So you might not like SmackDown anymore. I know you don't like Joe Tess. IAA Games, I think they're setting up Javon for a big push, and they could be setting him up for a up-and-coming main roster, possibly mid-2026. I think he should just be at the main roster right now. He is wrestling more than some main roster guys on the main roster. So, let's just bring him up. Fine, he didn't win the NXT title. Who cares? Just get him on that main roster. Raheem says one word, trash. And then we got Lucas Paris says, hot take, enough of this El Grande Americano bullcrap. I miss Ludwig Kaiser's push, and I miss regular Gable. I know Gable's injured, but for when he comes back, I do not understand this comment at all. I mean, I miss Ludwig Kaiser too, but Chad Gable's injured, and I believe Ludwig went to go help Chad Gable in his rehabilitation. Ludwig Kaiser is just doing his own thing. I don't understand. If you don't like Americano, that's one thing, but what does it have to do with Chad Gable? Chad Gable brought him in, but I think they've kind of split off. And Ludwig Kaiser, I miss him too. I wish Ludwig was still there, but I think it's cool that Ludwig Kaiser is helping Chad Gable in his recovery. I hope it's cool. What if all three of them formed a faction when they got back? Huh? All right, boys. All right, girls. Unsubscribe. I'll see you later. Have a good day and a very Merry Christmas. If you don't celebrate Christmas, then Happy Thursday. I think Christmas is on a Thursday, right? My fake watch. I'm looking at my watch right here. Oh, yeah, it's on a Thursday. See ya, bye.